Hi, this is another video on all you need to know to master Euclidean geometry. So we are continuing on where we left off from the previous video. Make sure you check it up in order for you to so as you can see now, we have C and D. Okay, we are given diagrams where we are asked to calculate for number 1 B1 and B2, and then for D we are asked for number 1 to calculate O1 and B2. Okay, so let's start with C. So C, you are given a center again. Whenever you are given a center, you know the story. Now I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you. Check for angle at the center. Do we have angle at the center? Yeah, we do have angle at the center. And then what are we looking for? Okay, the size of B1. The size of B1. Let's go and check. What is B1? Yeah, is B1. B1 is subtended by OC. What is OC? OC is a radii drawn from a center to touching the circumference. That's a radii. Do we have another radii? Yes, we do have. OB, it's a radii. And then let's go and check. What is it about radii? Radiis are always equal, which means this is equal to that. Okay? Which means in order for us to work out B1, we need to start by calculating O1, which is angle at the center, because we are given angle at the circumference 32. Let's go for it. So O1, angle O1 is equal to 2 angle at the circumference, which is A, which is 32 degrees. What is that? That is 64. So O1 is equal to 64. So how do we work out B1 and C1? How are we going to work out that? B1 and C1, according to angles that have opposite equal size or equal opposite equal radius, because we have equal radius there. So angles that are subtended or that are opposite equal radius, they are equal, which means B1 is equal to C1, which means they're going to share the same value. So now, in order for us to calculate it, we're going to use angles inside or angles in a triangle. So they add up to 180 degrees, you know the story. So in order for us to calculate the remaining value after subtracting 64, so now it's going to be for B1 plus C1, that is equal to 180 minus 64 degrees. What is 180 minus 64 degrees? Let's bring up the calculator. 180 minus 64 is equal to 116. So these two, they share 116. Remember, they are equal, which means you're gonna have to do what? To divide 116 by 2. Let's bring our calculator up again. Where are you now? But let me just use my mind. Nah. You know the story. But the calculator now the calculator is up, so it's 58, which means for P1 only, P1 and C1, they are both 58. So P1 is equal to 58 degrees. That is that. And then let's go for B2. Where is B2? Okay, let me erase before I go and check on B2. So you see the pattern. You start by asking, where is it? Okay, where is it? And then what is it? So let's go and check. B2, where is it? There is B2. Okay, you start by identifying. Okay, make sure you bring out, you highlight. There it is. B2 is there. And then what is it? So B2 is part of angle B. Remember, B is divided into two angles, B1 and B2. So B1 is part of angle B. And then what is angle B? Angle B is part of angles within a triangle ABC. This huge triangle here, this huge angle, okay? And then, how are we going to be able to calculate B2? We already have B1. So how are we going to calculate B2? So we need to get the entire angle of B. We need to get the size of B. And then from the size of B, we calculate B1. And then we're going to be having B2. Do you feel that? To get the pattern? Come on, guys. You need to follow the pattern in vert. So in order to make it easy for us to calculate that, we need to have this angle C. We need to have the entire angle of angle C. Okay, the entire size of angle C. Can we calculate it? Yes. We already told that angle C2 is 15 degrees. There it is. I hope it's clear. It's the information. Yeah. Also the information is telling us that. So now can we calculate C1? Yes. C1 we already know that it's 58. So 58 plus 15. So bring up a calculator. 58 plus 15. It's 73. 73, which means A angle CB. A angle CB is equal to 73 degrees. Now, can I be able to calculate the entire angle of B or angle ABC? Yes, I can. Making use of sum of angles of a triangle. Let's go. So, angle A plus angle B, and then plus angle C, they are equal to 180 degrees. Sum of angles of a triangle. I don't even have to write it down. You know the story. So let's substitute. For A it's 32, and then B it's unknown question mark, and then C it's 73. Right? Let's go. Let's transpose. So B is equal to 180 degrees minus 73 minus 32 degrees. Ngoba ngivila ake ngikhiphe i-calculator yami. That way you do the same. 180 minus 72. Go calculator so the answer is 75 degrees for the entire angle B. Oh, now can I be able to calculate B2? Yes, B2 is equal to 75 minus 58, which is what? I don't even have to say it much. I don't even have to say it. 75 minus, what have I done? 75 minus 58. It's 17. So it is 17. I remember one of my students assumed Tuguti, as C2 is 15, also B2 is supposed to be 15. I was like, how did you prove that? You cannot just use your eyes, okay? Maths doesn't work like that. It doesn't work with when njoba ngiyibona nje engazi bayalingana laba. Ake ngivele ngisho nje bayalingana. Prove it. Prove that they are equal. You have to show us. Can you be able to tell us with your eyes? Nah, you're unable to. So that is that. That is B2 for you. Now let me erase and then let's go for another one. Let's go for D. Right. And let's go for D. D, we're given a center again. And then now we are told that AB is equal to AC. Those are chords, right? AB and AC, they're equal. And then B1 is equal to 31 degrees. Determine with reason the size of O1. O1 is at the center. How did I identify that? There it is. I don't even have to say it. And then O1. O1 uba. Nah, not O1 who did something. O1 is just there. And then uba locon, P1. Oh, P1 it's given to 31. Now they are looking for O1. Okay. So, siyambona pa P1. P1 lingana no C1 because angles opposite equal sides, because, or chords, we can say chords, yeah. AB and AC, they are chords. So angles opposites equal chords. Those angles are equal. Okay. Normal, the reasoning, the precise reasoning, or the good reason for it is equal chords subtend equal angles. Yeah, equal chords subtend equal angles, which means C1 is equal to that. So now C1 is equal to 31 degrees. So can we be able to calculate A? Because A is the one that is going to help us get O1. Why? Because A is the angulated circumference that is subtending the same arc. This is the arc. This is the arc. This arc is subtended by A, and then O1 is also subtending the same arc. So that is why I'm going to make use of angular center. So what's the angular center? You have to make sure they are subtending the same arc. Please. So, or they are subtending the same chord, or they are coming, or they are formed by lines that are coming from the same point. That is that. As you can see, now number 2. I'm talking about something that is there. I can't like it's down. So it's 32. So now in order to calculate A, I'm gonna calculate it from 108, because now I'm gonna use sum of angles of a triangle, minus 31 minus 31. So now what's the remaining size for A? So A, 180 minus 31 minus 31 is equal to 118. So if A is 118, O1 is what? 2 times 118. So O1 is equal to 2 times 118. What's the reasoning? It's angular center. I don't even have to write it down. This is basics. Siyadlula. That is that. And then, which means exobubaniga. I am planning keep calculator. I'm planning longs in this map. I am planning we 236 O1. And then now they are looking for B2. So I'm telling you, man, B2. Oh, B2. Nah, I'm gonna put B2. Whoa, B2. Hey, 236. Okay, so O1, let's write it down. O1, angle O1 is equal to 236. Hey, abanye bazothi cyclic quad leya. Guys, you have to make sure the cyclic quad it's touching the circumference 4 times. You see, this one is touching the circumference 3 times. This one is at the center. It's not touching the circumference. This is not a cyclic quad. Please refrain from doing that. Stay away from doing that, please. And then let me check. What can we use? Oh, we have radis. And then radis are always equal. Which one are those? There is the rati. Here is the rati. So we can use that. So we should start by calculating O2. How can you calculate O2? Angles around a point. O1 and O2, their angles around the point. So it's going to be 360 minus 236. Calculate some keep I'm taking out my calculator, Baba. Minus 360. It's 124. It's 124. So must calculate 124 how? One and the same thing as just what we did here. How? Pelerpana snow OCP in there. Triangle. So this is sum. So that's 180 minus 124, and then the remainder divided by 2. That's your B2. Well, and go with the bets.